Rock and Roll Geek Show 1131.
Still rocking after all these years.
This is the story of my rock and roll butler.
This is it, the show that started it all. Often imitated, but never equal. From San Francisco, USA, online since 2004, it's the one and only Rock and Roll Geek Show. With the original Rock and Roll Geek, Michael Butler.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. My name's Michael Butler. Thanks a lot for joining me. I really appreciate it. Today is Wednesday, June 15th, 2022, and it's 7:44 p.m. when I'm recording this. My daughter came into town. Well, she's been in town for a while. I'll get to the content in a second. She's been into town for a while. I was up in the mountains, and now I'm back in San Francisco. I came specifically to see my daughter because she had tickets to the Giants game. She's staying down in Gilroy with her husband's family, which I'd rather her be up here with me, but I will take what I can get. So I will see her one day while she's here. But it was nice to see the Giants game, first game of the year for me. Went with Martina, my granddaughter, Martina's husband, and Martina's husband's mother, Dia, and we had a really good time. Giants lost, but it was a fun time, a very beautiful day out in the bay. Tomorrow, I am going fishing. My kayak is all loaded up, and I'm ready to go out for some halibut. I might be going out by myself, which I'm not crazy about going out on the kayak alone, but it's supposed to be a nice day, and it's not supposed to be that windy out. So we'll see how it goes. But that's the plan. I'm not working for the rest of the week. I'm actually working at Don's. We got a dumpster coming, and we're going to be cleaning out his garage and stuff like that. So I'm going to be doing that all weekend, and then I go back to work next week, and then for the weekend I'm going to head back up to the mountains. Hopefully, that's what I'm hoping happens. So tonight, as promised on the last episode, I'm going to be doing a bonus episode, a track-by-track of the new Michael Monroe album, which is called I Live Too Fast to Die Young. I know I said I was going to try to contact Steve Conte or Rich Jones to do a track-by-track with me. I did not try to contact them because, I saw that they were playing Sweden Rock Festival, and I figured they were on tour, so I didn't... I dropped the ball and didn't even try to contact them. So I'm doing it solo tonight. Yeah, I know, I'm getting lazy, but hopefully it will be entertaining enough. I'm not going to thank the people who donated to the Rock and Roll Geek Show, but you know who you are, friends. It's much appreciated. The show's a value for value, and without your donations, this show would die a horrible, putrid, stench-filled death, and all of your help is appreciated. I will thank you on the next episode, which will hopefully be... maybe this weekend. If I can find some content, we'll see. I know that Richard Fusay wants me to do a track-by-track of the new Michael Schenker album. Maybe I'll do that. We'll see. But hopefully I'll do another episode as soon as possible. If the donations keep dropping off like they have been, who knows, friends? Maybe I'll never do another one, but we'll see. All right, before we get into the track-by-track of the new Michael Monroe album, I'm going to play an audio comic. This was sent to me as I was recording the last episode, and I was almost wrapping it up, so I didn't get to it. So I said, all right, I'm going to put it off for the next one. I believe this is my friend Chris Capelle, the Rock and Roll Copywriter.
Michael Butler, it's Chris, the Rock and Roll Copywriter from Connecticut. How you doing tonight?
I am super great. Couldn't be better. Thanks for asking. By the way, I am drinking my, let's see, this is number 1, 2, 3. This might be number 5. I went, on the way to the Giants game, I'll get to your comment in a second, Chris Capelle. I don't know why I got Michael Street on my mind, but I'm thinking about you, Michael Street. On the way to the Giants game, I stopped in Japantown and had some sushi, and I drank a large Asahi with that, and then I had 2 Modelo's in my cooler that I was going to bring into the Giants game and try to sneak them in, sticking it to the man. One of them I drank on the way to the gate. When I got out of my car, I walked and I carried one and downed one on the way, and the other one I put in the bottom of the cooler. Managed to sneak that one in, made it in. So I drank that one. So that's 1, 2, 3 beers. Then I bought a Heineken at the game. That's 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and had one at dinner. That's 5. Oh, I'm on number 6. The 6th Modelo of the day. So let me take a sip of this fine Modelo. 6th one of the day, always the best. So good. All right, back to you, Chris Capelle.
Yeah, I'm on my way to a birthday party.
Oh.
It's 5:31.
Okay.
So I'll take a sip of this fine Life water. I'm in my car.
Okay.
You take a sip of your beverage of choice. Here we go.
Modelo.
Awesome.
Yes.
All right, so put on the AC here. So
Yeah, let's get it real loud.
Yeah, I went to the Boston Calling Music Festival at the end of May. I drove up there, stayed overnight. I only went for Sunday. There was, 9 Inch Nails headliner on Friday, and Cheap Trick was playing. Excuse me, but just for an hour. So in Strokes on Saturday, but I didn't really care, so I just went up for Sunday, and the 2 bands I wanted to see in reverse order were Weezer, and they were there's a bunch of stages there, and I had to park, and I bought my parking pass through Spot Hero, and I got there. And
Now, I'm assuming you went by yourself, Chris, and can I assume that you're still with the lovely lady, or is that still going strong?
there was a line to get into the parking lot, and right, and this is in the middle of Harvard in Boston. There's also a freaking graduation going on.
Okay.
So
Graduating
there's
from
people
Harvard, all
walking
the
around with caps,
rich kids.
gowns, and bouquets, and all that fun stuff. But it was like older people, so it's like either med school or law school or blah blah blah. America's best and brightest. But anyway, I got up to Boston, drove up there. I haven't been to Boston that many times. I probably haven't even been there 10 times in my life.
I played Boston when I was in Stevie Stiletto. We played at the Rathskeller, and that was a lot of fun. I remember the woman who booked us. She was a very nice woman. I don't remember who it is, but she was really, really nice woman. Did I play there with Exodus? I don't think I might have played there on the Black Sabbath Exodus Black Sabbath tour, maybe, or maybe a Body Count. I don't remember though. Did not play the Channel. I would have remembered that because it's a world famous club. But
believe it or not, even though it's fairly close, I got there early for my hotel room, so I went. There was an IKEA right there, so I went there, and they had this file cabinet that I've been looking for 2 years. It's always out of stock at my store, so I got that anyway. So I checked in, and I was waiting in line for the parking, and I was there like half an hour. It was finally I got in, and whole drama with Spot Hero, but I took care of that.
Spot Hero, I'm assuming that's like a parking space app. I have no idea.
Walked a 10-minute walk over to the Harvard athletic fields with them, the festival, and when I got there, there was a group called Glass Animals playing, and they were they're not my thing, but they were kind of energetic, and they were okay. So they were finishing up, and then there were like 2 main stages, and they'd alternate. And then they had Weezer come on, and they were excellent. I'll post the set list on the Rock and Roll Geek Show.
That's good to hear.
They started off with
My Name is Jonas.
Hash Pipe, Beverly
I got my hash pipe.
Hills.
What was the next one? Let me back it up here just a second.
Hash Pipe, Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills. That's where I wanna be. I could do without one. I could do without that one.
My name is Jonas.
My Name is Jonas. That's my favorite Weezer song. My Name is Jonas.
And Da, 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 da.
And I'm carrying the well. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. That's a good song.
What's another one? A Perfect Situation. So it was
I don't
pretty
know
much
that.
a hit show, and they got 19 songs in
That's good.
an hour and 15 minutes, and he was playing a Gibson SG White Standard.
Oh,
Like, he's a little guy like Angus Young,
Yeah.
so probably those guys like that. He was wearing a flannel shirt over a Rolling Stone shirt, which I have the same ones actually. I think from Bridges to Babylon.
okay.
But it was a festival crowd. It was really crowded, and that's not good for someone like me who hates people.
I'm not about to play a free-form jazz exploration in front of a festival crowd.
I went by myself.
Spinal Tap, if anybody didn't know.
By the way, there's a little problem in Germany, but that's neither here nor there.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, huh? I don't get what he's saying. Back it up.
Germany.
Wait, back it up. Hold on, back it up again.
People, so I went by myself. By the way.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, I just asked him that. So let me back it up. I'm talking all over him.
That's not good for someone like me who hates people, so.
Wait a minute, I'm lost here. Back it up.
He was playing a Gibson SG White Standard. He's a little guy like Angus Young, so probably those guys like that. He was wearing a flannel shirt over a Rolling Stone shirt, which I have the same ones actually. I think from Bridges to Babylon, but it was a festival crowd. It was really crowded, and that's not good for someone like me who hates people. So I went by myself. By the way,
okay.
There's a little problem in Germany, but.
I'm sorry to hear that, Chris Capelle. Problem in Germany means on the outs. Man, these broads, I tell you. I feel for you, Chris Capelle. I feel for you, man.
Neither here nor there.
I would love to hear the update on the problem in Germany.
So, I was walking around. It was crowded and stuff, and I kicked over a couple people's beers.
The good thing about, I hate Chris Capelle for Chris Capelle not to be, everything was working out great with the girlfriend. But the good thing is maybe we'll get some more date night reports if he's back on the market, because I like to hear those stories very much. Or back to you, Chris Capelle.
Oops. But they were Miller Lite, so it's okay. They deserved it. But that's what you get for being a douchebag and putting your beer on the ground and stuff. So anyway,
did he kick somebody's beer over? I think so.
Weezer was good. They were excellent, but they weren't really loud. Like, they played a cover of Africa by Toto, and I thought that'd be a good time to hit the men's room.
Exactly.
And, when I got down there, I could barely hear them. So that was worth it. And then the headliner came on, at Sunset Metallica.
Weezer and Metallica, that's good.
And they played, 1992 and Beyond never happened, except for one song and one cover.
Oh, a lot of old stuff.
Whiskey in the
Jar.
Across the road, I don't like that. Whiskey in the Jar, and they did The Memory Remains. Everything else was old school. No surprises. And, all stuff we've heard before, but just a lot more of it in one show. So that was it. They did a fireworks display, and James Hetfield came up with a little, he does that, Glad to Be Alive. But he came up with this thing about, it was kind of vulnerable, when he said, I'll post a little clip. I happen to get that. I'm in my car. I can't do it now. But I'll post it on the Rock and Roll Geek Show along with the set list on Facebook, which you didn't create, blah, blah, blah.
I don't think... Have you posted it yet, Chris Capelle? I don't think you have, so please post it.
My story, and I didn't buy any beer there, because number one, the lines were ridiculously long.
Okay. Plus you had to
And
drive.
number two, it was like, in the afternoon. It was really hot. I was not going to drink in that kind of circumstance. So I bought a Powerade, and that was $3. So, although they hit you up for a tip. But that was fine. And the merch line was ridiculous. I mean, my daughter wanted a Weezer shirt, and I kind of looked in there. I didn't even see any, so I actually ordered one online because I'm a good dad. But that's it. Rest of the Rock and Roll Copywriter on Route 84, heading to Naugatuck in the Valley, Connecticut, to a birthday party for my cleaning lady of all things.
Oh, nice.
She's turning 50, so
Wow.
put a nice bottle of wine,
Yeah.
stay frosty, and see ya.
Stay frosty, Chris Capelle. How's the cleaning lady look, Chris? All right. You too can leave me a show review. Area code 7. Actually, don't call it in. Just record it on your phone and email it to me, rockandrollgeek@gmail.com. All right. Let's start the track by track of the new Michael Monroe album, I Live Too Fast to Die Young. Now I do not have the liner notes, but there are 11 songs. The album cover has, let's see. Whoa. Stop it. Not ready to start it yet. It has, it's a red album cover. I think Rich Jones probably did the cover because he's a graphic arts guy. But it has Michael Monroe wearing some kind of snakeskin boots, kneeling down. There's a red background. It's got some yellow stars going top and bottom, and then there's a black and white picture above it that's kind of like a David Bowie lightning bolt, and in that lightning bolt is the whole band. Michael Monroe. Next to him is Carl Rockfist, who was in the Chelsea Smiles, who I knew from when American Heartbreak toured with them. Next to him is Rich Jones. Next to him is Steve Conte, and next to him is the great Sammy Yaffa on bass. All right, first song, Murder, The Summer of Love. I'm going to stop it here for a second. The intro, kind of a good rocking riff. Okay, I would give that a half. The intro part, the dun no 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 no. It's kind of, it's a good riff, but it's kind of a standard rock riff, which is not to say it's bad, but I really like the chorus. I think the chorus is kind of like a $1 million chorus. So let's let it keep going. I'm guessing that part was written by Rich Jones. Because it sounds a little Black Halo-y.
Stupid had a gun, but they blamed the 81, man. I gotta get away from here. They said never trust a hippie, and I can't say that they're wrong. The day
I like the pre-chorus.
grateful when they're bleeding on the lawn. You want a revolution, gotta get up off
That might be Steve Conte.
your ass. The counterculture's fading fast. The stars align.
Yeah, that's good. That's anthemic. I think that might be Steve Conte. I really like this chorus.
The summer of love.
I like that. The one crashing power chord. The tempo change, I like.
All these days never last. Memories fade to the past. So we say, maybe these are our glory days.
Good.
The stars
Good solo. Great chorus.
1969, like a bullet from above, you know they flooded. The stars aligned in 1969, like a bullet from above, you know they flooded. The summer of love.
All right, I'm giving that one a +1. I wish I had the liner notes and said who wrote what, but if I would have got one of those guys on the show, I could have found out myself, but I didn't. So we'll have to try to figure it out ourselves. Next song, Young Drunks and Old Alcoholics. Great bass tone. Sam Yaffa has one of the best bass tones of anybody I've ever heard. Everything I've heard him on, the tone is great. I like that. I am a sucker for a melodic riff over a chugging chords. A melodic guitar lick, not riff, a melodic lick over power chords. Ooh. That right there reminds me a little bit of Replacements, which is a good thing.
They spell it out on billboard signs, but you ain't aging much like a fine wine. You feel the hit of the times.
That right there.
So soak it up and sweat it out, and now you're feeling much like you're about.
Man, Michael Monroe has a fucking great voice. He is in my top 3 living lead singers in existence. My top 3 would be Robin Zander, Dan McCafferty, and number 3 would be Michael Monroe. The guy sounds great.
To pour a fire in the drought. I ain't out here looking for a fix.
That's very Replacements,
I ain't telling nobody
which
how
tells
to
me,
live.
well, I know Rich Jones is probably a Replacements fan too, but maybe that's,
And it's over before you know.
but I think Steve Conte is even more. So I'm going to guess this is Steve Conte tune.
So burn your wick, from young drunk to old alcoholic.
That's a great line, from young drunk to old alcoholic.
Wrinkles sink on brittle bones, the tired eyes and the raspy baritone. You feel the hit of the road. So pick it up and sweat it out until it's time to pour another out. Put a fire in the drought. I ain't out here looking for a fix, and I ain't telling nobody how to live. It ain't far to go, and it's over before you know. So burn your wick. Long nights are making you sick. Young drunks and old alcoholic.
Yeah, very Replacements. like the outro. Yeah, that's a big +1. I like that a lot. All right, next song, Derelict Palace. I can't read. When I first heard this would be my third time listening to this album through. When I first heard this, I thought they were covering a Lords of the New Church song. I'm not an expert. I'm not an authority on the Lords of the New Church catalog, but I have Method to My Madness and a couple other ones. But it sounds very much like a Lords of the New Church song. So I went and searched for, I typed in Lords of the New Church and I typed in Derelict Palace. Did not come up, so I'm assuming it's an original, and it sounds very much like Lords of the New Church. Nothing like anything that I've ever heard Michael Monroe do, but I like this song a lot. I mean, it's got the flange guitar. It's got that mid-tempo. And Michael even sings like Stiv.
My coach is set to 0.
That right there, my coach, very much Lords of New Church.
Colors down to black. The life I used to know left hanging on a nail. I rode a storm that tore a hole right through my sails. Flowers of romance are dying in my hands. A vicious circumstance you'd never understand. In this derelict palace,
I like a bone, no.
deeper than the darkest sea. From the rooftops to the valleys, I heard you calling out. You were calling out to me.
I'm giving that one a big +1. I really like that a lot. I'm probably in the minority, but I like that tune. It sounds great. Next song, All Fighter. These are the ones that I'm not as big of a fan of. The power action, I guess they call it action rock. I like the chorus though. Okay, I'm going to give that one a half. It's good, but I'm a fan of the more melodic ones, but I'll give it a half. It's a decent enough song, probably fun to play. Next song, Everybody's Nobody. Now, yeah, this is what I like. That's good.
But you didn't want to go that far. Now your glory days have faded. You're a star at your local bar. Goodbye, Piccadilly. So long, Leicester Square. Times they're moving on, but you ain't going anywhere. And they're all coming out tonight. Everyone who's ever been nobody, and we'll all
Yeah, that's catchy as hell.
for everyone who's ever been nobody, and nobody
I'm guessing that's a Steve Conte tune,
tonight.
and I'm guessing All Fighter was a Rich Jones tune.
To be famous, 'cause you missed your lucky shot. You're overqualified.
Bass way up front.
Status has left you here to rot. Goodbye to the Bowery. So long to Times Square. Times keep moving on, but you ain't going anywhere. And they're all coming out tonight. Everyone who's ever been nobody, and we'll all set the world to rights. For everyone who's ever been
Nice harmonica solo by Michael Monroe. I believe this Rich Jones solo, I think on the video.
Goodbye to the Bowery.
It's got a breakdown. You know what they say about breakdowns?
Time's still moving on and on and on, but you don't care. And they're all coming out tonight. Everyone who's ever been nobody, and we'll all set the world to rights. For everyone who's ever been nobody, but you don't look back when your future's bright. And I don't see your name in lights. And nobody's gonna be somebody. And nobody's gonna be somebody. And nobody's gonna be somebody tonight.
Yeah, that's good. That's a big +1. All right, next song, Anti-Socialite. 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 Ballad. This reminds me of something that's on the what am I? Demolition 23 album. Let me look for Demolition 23. There's a song on Demolition 23. Demolition 23. Man, that's a great album. Dead Time Stories, right? Let's listen to a little bit of Dead Time Stories. Oh man, what an album this is! All right, don't get me started on that. God, that album is fucking great. Now, let me get back to the Michael Monroe album, Anti-Socialite. Well, not really. Similar style, vein, I guess. Yeah, kind of the same, except it's piano instead of guitar.
Draw the blinds to black and shut the day out. When it feels like there's no other way out, I'm gonna lead myself astray. I don't care.
Man, his voice sounds
Stop
great.
The universe, we're heading nowhere.
And I love that bass slide down. Back that up again. Listen to that's good.
Stop the universe, we're heading nowhere. Close the day away,
That's good.
draw the light in.
Nice break.
Sometimes
It's the middle of the album. You take it down a notch.
I'm gonna lead myself astray. I don't care. Stop the train because it's heading nowhere. And I feel it tonight, like the king of nothing, the face behind the photograph, an antisocial.
Just take a wild guess and stay with the Steve Conte song, but I could be wrong. Probably am. I usually am.
Static crackles into outer spaces. The sound of days gone by, forgotten faces. I'm gonna lead myself astray. I don't care. Down the road, you know the future's endless. And I feel it tonight, like I'm made of something, the face behind the photograph, an anti-socialite. Yeah, I feel it alright, when it don't mean nothing, it makes me wanna draw inside, an anti-socialite.
All right. Now, what it needs here is a slide in to a great melodic guitar solo. Let's see if it happens.
Here tonight.
Nope. Nope. Here we go. Yeah, it kind of does.
socialite, an anti-socialite, when nothing feels so right here tonight.
All right, I'm going to give it a +1. It's a soft +1, but it's a decent song. Next song, Can't Stop Falling Apart. Wasn't this the first video?
Bloodshot eyes and the sun is blinding. I stumble ahead, but my future's behind me. Loneliness like a hole in the heavens. Prop me up and turn the key. Nothing comes from nothing, and we all end up as dust. You might be a diamond, but my gold she's gonna rust.
It's rocking. It's catchy.
Keep on fighting, singing from the heart. Won't you pick me up, 'cause I can't stop falling apart. So damn long I've been chipping away now. Ghosts of the past still following me down. I'm alive and I keep pushing forward.
I like that the bass is so up front.
And you see what I mean? Nothing comes from nothing, and we all end up as dust. You might be a diamond, but my gold she's gonna rust.
Sammy Yaffa might be one of the most underrated bass players out there. That guy is so fucking good.
Pick me up, 'cause I can't stop falling apart. Young anger, annihilation, sing no future, till your clock
A little Sex Pistols nod.
house on the sun. You're singing God save me. Oh, save me.
By the way, speaking of Sex Pistols, let me pause it here for a second. Did anybody see the Sex Pistols thing on the miniseries on, what was it on? I don't know, Hulu or one of those streaming channels. I watched it, and after I watched it, I was painting up there, and I had no reception. So after I watched it, I downloaded the audiobook of Steve Jones's book, Lonely Boy, because the TV show was based on Steve Jones's book, and Johnny Rotten had been trashing this thing, telling everybody, don't watch it. That book is really entertaining. It's read by Steve Jones, so if you can get the audiobook, it's really good. He's very humorous. It's like Jonesy's Jukebox, except it's narrating his book, and it's a really good book. Anyway, about the show, well, there's some things about the show I really like. The guy who played Johnny Rotten, I'm sorry to interrupt your Michael Monroe solo thing. I'm getting off a tangent. The guy playing Johnny Rotten I thought was hilarious. He a little over the top, but he had the sayings down pretty good, and he was kind of silly, but he did it with a sense of humor, and I kind of liked that guy. The guy who played Steve Jones, I liked him too. The person who played Chrissy Hind, I thought she was annoying. Very hot chick, or hot. Sorry to be misogynistic, any girls who are listening, but good-looking girl. But she's the woman who was playing. She's nude all in this thing too, which is. But the girl played the part. She played. It was kind of an annoying Chrissy Hind, and I wouldn't think that Chrissy Hind would be that. There's one part where she's going, "Hey, that song Bodies sounds good. It's really powerful." And she sounds like she's trying to be tough for tough's sake, but good-looking girl. I guess she's a good actress, but I found her kind of annoying. The one who I thought was extremely hot was the woman who played Vivian Westwood. I think she used to be married to Elon Musk. I don't know what her name is. Somebody told me that. Super hot. I really like her. The guy who played Malcolm McLaren, he was silly. I guess it was all right. Kind of silly. Stiv, the guy who played Sid Vicious. I guess he did it okay. At least the stuff on stage looked good. Glenn Matlock character I liked. I thought it was all in all kind of a little bit silly. It was done by the guy who did Train Spotting, but I thought it was worth watching. I was entertained. A little Hollywoodish, but I was not cursing at the thing. You know, it wasn't nothing. It was not the greatest biopic in the world, but I was not unentertained. I found it entertaining enough. Okay, yeah. And the live song. I wonder who played these songs. I mean, because there's live footage of. Actually, also they mixed in real footage of like Hawkwind. Real footage of Hawkwind and some other bands too. Susie, what's her name? Susie and the Banshee. She was in there. Supposedly Billy Idol, the character Billy Idol was in there, which I didn't spot, but I heard he was. Others too, but it was not great, but I found it mildly entertaining, and I was not bored. So there's my review of that. I don't know why I'm getting off on a Sex Pistols tangent, but there you go. If anybody was fast forwarding, you just missed my review of the. I forget what's the thing even. Oh, Pistol is what it was called. Oh, where am I here? Okay. All right, Can't Stop Falling Apart. I'm giving it a +1. All right. Let's see, 7. Wow, we got all +1s except for 1/2. Next song, Pagan Prayer. Oh, punk rock. Listen to that bass line. Try to pick that out. I'm not even going to try to play that. Maybe it's just Sammy Yaffa tunes. It's just bass parts him. It's okay. I'm giving this one a 1/2. I gotta keep my rock credibility, so I'll give it a 1/2. Okay. Next song. Oh, not done yet. Our next song, No Guilt. No Guilt. sounds like a Lord's of the New Church song, too.
Different season, everybody's had enough. 'Cause some ideas are bulletproof. Opinions ain't the same as truth. And I can hardly sleep at night from the sirens and flashing lights. And you say that you know what is right. No guilt, no guilt. And you get it straight in your mind. No guilt, no guilt. I see the old guard changing, gasping for a breath. Long shadows fall behind us till there's nothing left. 'Cause you were born to play this part, a revolution from the heart. And I can hardly sleep at night while the streets keep burning bright. And you say that you know what is right. No guilt, no guilt. And you get it straight in your mind. No guilt, no guilt. Then you bury it all in a lie. No guilt, no And you say that you know what is right. No guilt, no guilt. And you get it straight in your mind. No guilt, no guilt. Then you bury it all in a lie. No guilt, no guilt. Till you make your bed in a fire. No guilt, no
There's a thread about this album somewhere on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group, and I was looking for it while that song was playing, and it's very difficult to find because there's so much discussion going on that Facebook page, man. I'm telling you, it is the best rock Facebook page. I'm not on a lot of them, but there's a lot of content on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group, friends. If you're not on there, you should be, because people on there know what the fuck they're talking about. And anyway, I was looking for the thread. I was going to read some people's reviews, but it's so far down I couldn't find it. So I'm giving that. I'm burping those fine Modelo. Let me finish. I'm giving that one a strong half, although I kind of like it. Let me see. It was 9. Yeah, I'll give it a strong half. I'm gonna bring the score down now, but all right. Next song is called "I Live Too Fast to Die Young." Title track.
I'm on the back foot. I see what's going on. Some never make it out. One up and
I'm going to give that one a +1. Nothing special, but it's catchy and it's rocking and yeah, +1. All right, last song on the album, Dearly Departed. This is how you want an album to close, with an introspective one. Sounds like another Lords of the New Church tune.
Filled 1,000 lakes with all the tears we cried. Loneliness ain't no coincidence. Now we are dearly departed.
I like this. This is good.
My shadow is my dear and only friend. Seems like we're back where we started. Wound up as strangers in the end.
I'm going to give this one a +1. Let's tally it up now. Now we got 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8.5, 9.5 out of 11.
You were the light of my life.
I like this album. I'm liking it more as I listen to it.
Now my world is cold and distant. Just
Well, thank you for listening to this bonus episode, track by track of the new Michael Monroe album, I Live Too Fast to Die Young. I'll post links where you can purchase it at rockandrollgeek.com. And thank you for listening, friends. Do you agree with me? It's worth 9.5 out of 11. rockandrollgeek@gmail.com with the subject line. Butler, you have done it again! Put that in the subject line. Disagree. rockandrollgeek@gmail.com with the subject line. This is some poser bullshit. Give me the new Bon Jovi any day. Unsubscribed! Alright. Thank you for listening, friends. rockandrollgeek.com. rockandrollgeek@gmail.com is where you can email me. Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group, sign up. It's a lot of fun. There's lots of rock talk. I did not approve it, but I do. I didn't. You know what I'm saying. I'm very buzzed. Thank you for listening. Where am I? Find me on the Facebook, R&R Geek. Find me on the Twitter, R&R Geek. Find me on the Instagram, Rock and Roll Geek. Don't ask. I'll talk to you soon, friends. Let's let this roll out.
Someone who's just like you. Chasing your ghost in my dream world.
Oh, please keep the donations coming, because without your donations, this show would die a horrible, putrid, stench-filled death. It's a value for value. And a labor of love from your friend Michael Butler. There's no money being made by me. There's a lot of expenses, friends, so please help in any way you can.
We're back to black where we started.
One more thing. Stay frosty. Rock and roll's about defiance, not compliance, and keep sticking it to the man. I'll talk to you soon.
It's a Rock and Roll Geek train wreck.